An absolute stunning release from AHMED Maghribi again. Blue Oud, guys. Don't get scared away by the name Oud here. This again is not a typical Oud fragrance, but it is definitely Middle Eastern and it is highly complimenting as well. So stay tuned to watch in detail. What's up guys, this is Yasser. Welcome back to my channel. You're watching Yasser's Fit Frack. Today I'm going to talk about another fragrance from AHMED Maghribi, which is called as Blue Oud. Let's quickly start with the presentation box. This is how the presentation box comes, very premium. You can use this for gifting purpose as well, and it is not that expensive. This comes as 100 ml Oud de Parfum and has a great presentation for gifting. Something like Lattafa Oud for Glory, similar to that, and it costs around 2000, within 300 is what I remember. 2000 to 2300, you can keep it in that range. For that price, this is an absolute stunner, guys. This bottle is very similar to AHMED Maghribi's Layana, which I reviewed very recently, I think about 2 or 3 months back. This is the blue color of that, very similar. Okay, but the smell has nothing to do with the similarity. This was more on the cookies, vanilla, that sort of a fragrance. Here I don't get that cookies, but there is vanilla for sure. Now talking about the fragrance, this starts off with the nice berries, some fruity accords and sandalwood. Okay, now within half an hour, all that berry sweetness, they kind of mellow down, and then it starts off with the Middle Eastern vibe. Now when I say with Middle Eastern vibe, it doesn't have any real oud, but the kind of oud that they have used here is very appealing to the nose, very easy to wear. Even a beginner can try this kind of oud. There is no skanky, animalic, leathery sort of real oud here. So that's the caveat. Don't get carried away by the word oud in fragrance always, because majority of them which come in budget, they don't use real oud, but yes, some of them give the inspiration of that animalic, leathery feel, but here you don't get any of that. This is very appealing to the nose, as in when it dries down, it goes into that smoky cedarwood and labdanum note, along with the berries and fruity accord that I mentioned on top. So overall, this fragrance blends really well. I sometimes use it in the summers as well, in the evenings and night times, because I've seen that it is still sort of a versatile fragrance in the summers, but not if it is sweaty. So do not try this if you are in a sweaty weather, but in the summer evenings and night times when it is not sweaty, you still can go less praise on this one, Blue Oud, but I wouldn't recommend or call this as a summer fragrance. This absolutely smells great in cooler weathers. That smoky cedarwood is very beautiful, guys. Along with that smoky cedarwood, you get that berry note even in the dry down. And that is the best part of this fragrance. This smells really appealing. It is highly complimenting type. And not to forget, when I first received this bottle, I just sprayed one spray or maybe 1.5 spray on my inner elbow to test the fragrance. My wife was in the kitchen and she immediately came out and asked, wow, what fragrance is that? That smells really nice. So I was very surprised that she generally doesn't make those comments, because obviously she's used to smelling most of my fragrance, so it's like a regular thing for her. So she comments only when she finds something very different and very appealing. Obviously she's not into those heavy natural oud, but she is always into this appealing sort of fragrance, but she appreciates them only when it is something different from the usual. So this was one of them, and I would definitely recommend that. This is very appealing to the nose, yet it doesn't smell like a clone of this or clone of that. It definitely has resemblance of multiple few fragrances. I won't call this as completely unique, but as an overall formulation, this doesn't smell like any clone to my nose, but it is beautifully done, guys. Berries, fruity accords, not that overly sweet berries. It is very balanced because of that smoky cedarwood in the base. Absolutely beautiful. Don't try this in the summers when it is sweaty, because you won't get that great reaction or great result. Try it in the cooler weathers, but you can, if interested, go 2 or 3 sprays in the summer's evening time just like layering with other fragrances. Use the actual summer fragrance and then layer it with this one with just 2 or 3 sprays, just to give that push with that performance. The performance is absolutely brilliant, guys. 3 hours of projection, 9 to 10 hours of lasting is what I get with this one. This is an absolute stunner. You have to try this one. Highly complimenting, kind of versatile, highly likable, and a great performer as well. So that's about it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in case you have tried this. Comment down in the comment section. See you next time soon. Keep sharing the videos. Cheers.